What's going on, everybody? Ryan here, and bringing you finally my video for Block Mesh Map 9. I realize I've lagged a little bit on this one because Block Mesh Map 10 is coming out next week, so thought I should get this out before that happens. So yeah, I fucking loved this map, and I was so glad because there has just been I think definitely the last two maps I really just did not like. The one before that was the so-called spaghetti monster map with all the zip lines, and while I loved the zip lines, the campers at the top of that map made it kind of non-enjoyable. So I didn't play it as much as I would have liked to. This map, I completely loved. I had a great time on it. This is definitely probably in my top 3 favorite block mesh maps. It was amazing. It was a great map for a lot of different playstyles, but it really wasn't that good for sniping, and I appreciate that finally there was one that wasn't after so many in a row were. And yeah, I mean, I had a lot of great times with my friends on this map. There are a lot of different ways that you can play it. Obviously, that bottom area gets a lot of traffic. I know Big Boss commented that it reminded him of Sanctuary, and it kind of does. I mean, it doesn't look exactly like it in terms of design, but it's got kind of the 2 spawn points that are kind of walled off, and it's got the bottom area where there's a lot of conflict. And so, yeah, I give him props for that. It definitely is very similar to Sanctuary in design, and I didn't initially notice that. So good for him. And so whoever it was that designed this map probably was one of the people that was in on the Sanctuary design. And so, yeah, this was just a lot of fun. I really loved this map. I hope to see it come back. Like I said, I hope that they bring like a Best of the Mesh playlist eventually, where we can play kind of the most popular block mesh maps in some kind of rotation, because some of them were just ridiculously fun, and I would love to see them come back. Like for me, I think Block Mesh Maps 2 and 3 are my other 2 favorites. A lot of people say that 1 is kind of their favorite, and I get it because it was like it was the original, it was something new. But in terms of the overall map, I think I enjoyed 2 and 3 more than 1, and this one is definitely my 3rd favorite. I don't know if it would be my number 3 in terms of favorites, but it's in the top 3. Great map. Like, there's not much else to say about it. I had a lot of fun on this map. And so, you know, this coming Tuesday, Block Mesh Map 10 will be coming. And we'll see how it goes. I know in about a month's time, we're going to have that dodgeball map. Actually, it's more like a month and a half. But they're calling it a dodgeball map, which is essentially, it's like a central wall that separates the teams, and you have to lob grenades over to kill the other team. And so I imagine it's a pretty small kind of dodgeball arena style of map, but I am so intrigued by that idea and how that's going to play out. I can't wait to see how it goes. So, you know, I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully the block mesh maps leading up to it will be very rewarding as well. And so, yeah, what other announcements do I have? Oh, yes. I have started a new group on Facebook, along with some other members of the Uncharted community. We've started, a lot of you are probably already members of it, but we've started a Last of Us community Facebook group. The Last of Us is coming out in May. We're in kind of the months winding down to release, so we're expecting to hear a lot of announcements from Naughty Dog in terms of, you know, hopefully multiplayer details. And, you know, I'm hoping that we'll hear something about like a multiplayer beta or a multiplayer demo that we can all try out, because I think that would be great, and it would definitely satiate my hunger for The Last of Us. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But yeah, I'm hoping to see some announcements from Naughty Dog. I know they're announcing something big for Uncharted 3 in the near future. I don't know if it's next week or later on, but yeah, they're announcing something big for it soon. They keep hinting at it, so we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, I'm getting more and more excited from The Last of Us. Every bit of gameplay I see just looks absolutely fantastic. Obviously, we haven't seen anything from the multiplayer yet, so I can't comment on what I think that's even going to be. I'm hoping that it's a blend of competitive and co-op type of games like Uncharted, but not too much like Uncharted. You know, I would imagine that The Last of Us multiplayer would be a lot more survival based, and so it would have more melee mechanics, I would think, and melee weapons to hit each other with, and so the Uncharted 2 punch system obviously would not work for that type of game. So I'm hoping that in that regard it's not like the Uncharted multiplayer. But we'll have to wait and see. Like I said, nothing has been announced yet. So we'll see how that pans out. Definitely looking forward to any sort of announcements that are coming about that. I hope it's coming soon. Because the game is slated for release in just a little over 3 months now. And so, yeah, definitely getting excited. And that's why I started the group for The Last of Us, because I do think that there will be a lot of announcements coming, a lot of things to discuss, and you know, I think it'd be better to have a separate place to discuss that kind of thing than to clog up the Uncharted Facebook group with it, which was the reason for making a separate group for The Last of Us. And so I hope, if any of you haven't joined it yet, I'm putting a link to the group in the description. And that's it for the commentary. Join the group if you'd like. I hope to see a lot of you posting there. And I will see you on the next Block Mesh map. Talk to you later.